let me show you how to thicken up the long head of your triceps. All right guys, here we are on Saturday at Elite, another glorious arm day. And what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you how to specifically target the long head of your tricep. So through these next 4 exercises we'll go through today, what I really wanna do is focus on thickening up that meat, the underhang of your tricep. So think about when you hit a front double bicep, a back double bicep, that's that muscle that's gonna dangle underneath your arm, make them look really thick. So what we're gonna do is show you how to specifically target that optimally and then get a huge pump in the process. All right, exercise number 1. We have the prime handle with cuffs. And I'm telling you, if I say I'm gonna start to stay really tall here and drive straight down through my triceps and specifically hammer the under part of your tri, it feels incredible. Now, if you don't have this fancy setup, we're gonna show you above there how we can do that a different way. It's set up with a long lap bar and just 2 simple D handles. So the barrier to entry to this is 0. Everyone has a lat pull down bar and 2 D handles. So knock this out, we're gonna do 3 sets here. The first one is gonna be, I'm shooting for 15 to 20. I'm gonna go up in weight, shoot for 12 to 15. And then lastly, we'll do a back off set to the absolute death. Let's go. All right, second up here. And you guys know I love another cable exercise. So back-to-back cable exercises to really warm up my elbows. So what we wanna do here is I've got a straight bar, not a long one, just roughly shoulder width for me, but maybe a little inside of it. I'm gonna grab the outside of that bar. And as you know with John Motto's technique that he taught us on hack squat, the 1.5, I'm gonna do the same shit on the tricep, but instead of emphasizing the stretch like we would on the 1.5 on hacks, I'm emphasizing the contraction here. So I'm gonna go all the way down, come up halfway, all the way down, and that is 1. So I'm doing 3 sets here, going up in weight with each set. I did 15, or I guess maybe some would call it 30 reps. I'm gonna do 12 reps and then 10 reps. So that's a ton of repetitions here. But by the time we get to the overhead extension, my elbows are gonna be more than warm. My triceps are already thumping right now. And it's an amazing pump. You gotta try these 2 exercises. All right, third rotation here is a superset. So we're sticking with this cable, but I put a rope attachment on here. Now, I want you to really watch my form because since we nailed 2 really hard contraction exercises, now we wanna work the stretch position really, really well now that my elbows are good and warm. So to get that extra stretch on the long head of that tricep, and then I actually take my elbows up to the ceiling, and then I kick out to extension. Again, you notice I don't do full extension there. I don't even spend a lot of time in the extended position. It's more, I just wanna work that stretch position. So I'm hitting 12 to 15 until I can't get any more good reps. And then I'm right over to the seated dumbbell extension, 1 arm at a time, really getting deep. Again, not spending a lot of time in contraction. And you notice there I did 10 on the right arm and 12 on the left because whatever arm I'm gonna start with is gonna be more fatigued because you figure I did 10 reps on the right arm while my left arm was resting. So the second arm that I do, I always do at least 1 or 2 more reps because it's not getting worked quite as hard because it's not coming off of that superset to the same level of extent. So again, 2 rounds here for the third rotation exercises. Last up for triceps, and it's gonna be a skull crusher. Now, notice here that I have kettlebells, and I absolutely love, John taught me this years ago. These kettlebells, there's something about them that just feels a little bit different than dumbbells, and it allows me to really target that long head of my tricep efficiently. So if you look there, I only have 30-pound kettlebells in each hand for the top load, and I'm going really controlled, come down, get a good pause and stretch, and then drive up to 3/4 lockout, never to full extension, and just trying to keep all that tension on the tricep. So I did 2 sets here, 1 just straight set to where I couldn't get any more good reps, and then last set I did 30s for failure, jumped down to the 15s, and did failure again to finish these bad boys off. So with this skull crusher, it's all about stretch, guys. This is how, in my mind, you really grow that long head, is working the stretch and the stretch angles. Now, notice in this video above, if you don't have kettlebells, just simply sub with a dumbbell. Pronated grip, not a big deal there. So you can see that if you don't have kettlebells that are the same weight, don't say, oh, I'll just use 35 in one hand and 30 in the other and then switch on that side. Don't do that, just don't. If you don't have matching kettlebells, just simply do the dumbbells, same shit. With long head guys, it's a lot about the stretch, but to me, I'm never gonna do a stretching exercise before a bunch of contraction because I don't wanna beat the shit out of my elbows, because elbow health is synonymous with arm growth. So if your elbows start hurting, I guarantee you're gonna notice one thing. Your arms start to either shrink or they stop progressing because it's so much pain in the elbow that you can't work your arms properly. So if I can give any young guys advice out there, protect these elbows with your life. That's what I'm saying. You have to get them so pumped, meaning your triceps so pumped, before you ever get into any of the overhead extension stuff. So do this workout, give it a try. It's not a ton of sets, but I'm telling you, if you make the working sets count, you'll be shocked on how big your triceps feel at the end of this. If you like the video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Triceps TV.